What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome to the Nick Beasley Show, the show that's all about wrestling these days. Yeah. Quake by the Lake by AEW happened tonight. It was another TV special that they did. Of course, they did one Saturday. I covered it Saturday. It was a fun show. It really was. It was a fun show. We had a coffin match between Darby Allin and Brody King that was really, really fun and saw the return of Buddy Matthews to AEW. I like Buddy Matthews. I think he's a really good performer. I think he could be a really good player for them in the future. So that'll be interesting to see. I think they're gonna have Buddy be a good player in the future. I hope so. But we'll have to wait and see. But Jade Cargill, I want to get to this woman. Jade Cargill is so freaking good in the ring. Her in-ring ability is one of the best in the company. She retained her TBS title tonight. She is now 36-0 in the company. And right there, 36-0, that should tell you guys all you need to know about how they feel. Okay? Like how Tony Khan and AEW view Jade Cargill and really value her. She has not been pinned. She has not lost a match in her run so far. 36 times she has stepped in the ring, and 36 times she has walked out victorious. Hangman Adam Page was backstage, and the Young Bucks went in there to kind of make amends and see if Hangman would be their partner in the Trios Tag Team Tournament. He declined and actually decided to go with the Dark Order, which they have enough members to have the three-man tournament, but he's going to be in their corner, so it's kind of hard for him to be in their corner, but also on the team of the Young Bucks, so that makes sense to decline. Mox versus Jericho was really fun. Like, there was a spot where it seemed as if Jericho, and we got Lionheart Jericho, and I never got to see Lionheart in WWE, so it was kind of cool to see that throwback of Jericho as Lionheart Jericho. It was really fun. Mox retained the world title, but it was a solid match, a lot of submission moves. We did see the Walls of Jericho, and we also saw the Lion Tamer by Jericho, 2 submission moves that are finisher moves. Now, I do want to say this, though. When Mox was in the Walls of Jericho, they went to picture-in-picture. I understand you have to get your commercial break, but I did not agree with the decision that they should have done the move and picture-in-picture. Because the entire time they were in picture-in-picture, Mox was in that submission because they didn't know, like, because some people didn't get picture-in-picture, some people get, actual commercials and they don't get to see what happens, but they kept him in that the entire time. Which was like a 3 to 4 minute commercial break. And 4 minutes in that submission, I'm assuming would be pretty painful, but Mox is the champ and he worked through it. He got his earring ripped out and it looked like his ear was bleeding. But then it also looked like maybe there was a blade job and it was actually his forehead and he's just wiping blood on his ear to make it look like that. But then there were spots where it really looked like, okay, it was bleeding. But it was an amazing match, and again, Mox is champion. As long as Mox is champion, I'm happy. John Moxley is my champion. That's right. Now, Andrade Idolo and Rush, they won their match against Penta and Rey Fenix. I believe it was Penta and Rey Fenix. If I got those names wrong, I swear I apologize. I don't know the tag team name for those teams, so I just go with what I know their actual names to be. And I believe it was Penta. I know it was Rey Fenix, but I believe it was Penta. But Penta, his mask came off during the match, and if you know anything about Lucha Libre Wrestling, which I've studied a bit of, they pride the mask. Like, the mask is special to a Lucha Libre wrestler, to Mexican wrestling. It is special to them. They try to hide their face. It's part of their culture as performers. So, yeah. But to end the show, CM Punk's music hit. There was a brawl between the Jericho Appreciation Society and the Blackpool Combat Club. But CM Punk's music hit. CM Punk is back. We are possibly, I'm not sure if it's confirmed or not, but we are possibly getting Punk versus Moxley at AEW All Out, the pay-per-view. I'm excited. That's going to be on Labor Day weekend. I got a Saturday one for WWE for Cardiff Wells. And then I got All Out. Plus, I think NXT is doing a pay-per-view the same night as All Out. So, I'll probably be watching the NXT pay-per-view on my phone. Watch All Out on my TV. And, just know that there's going to be a lot of stuff happen Labor Day weekend for me. And that's going to come up faster than you think. It'll be pretty quick. But if we're going to get Punk versus Moxley, I'm extremely excited for that. If you know anything about Moxley, he came from WWE as Dean Ambrose. Now he's John Moxley in AEW. CM Punk, a former WWE guy, they had spots where they'd have Dean Ambrose versus John Moxley. In fact, Dean Ambrose versus CM Punk. In fact, I think they fought a couple times on TV as those characters. And now we're getting CM Punk versus John Moxley. And John Moxley is so different. His style is different from what he did in WWE. He's more of a brawler. Every match he has now, there's bleeding in it. So it's just a fun match. But other than that, not a whole lot happened. I mean, it was a solid show. I give it a 9 out of 10. It was a really fun show. Seeing Buddy Matthews return, seeing CM Punk return, Jade go to 36-0. Hangman is going to be with the Dark Order, it seems, instead of the Young Bucks. So that's going to be interesting to see who the partner becomes for the Young Bucks. There was a little tease. They didn't mention his name, but there was a bit of a tease in that segment with Hangman and the Young Bucks of teasing Kenny Omega. Maybe we get Kenny Omega back next week and he teams with the Young Bucks. Just saying. That'd be kind of fun to see. But yeah, guys, that was Quake by the Lake. If you are not following the podcast, please follow. Subscribe on YouTube to the YouTube channel. The podcast gets posted there too. But yeah, guys, like, subscribe, all that great stuff. And thank you guys. I could not do what I do without y'all. I could not do this podcast without the listeners. So I appreciate every single one of you. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Goodbye. Oh, and by the way, that was a fucking awesome show of Quake, by the way. And that was a great episode of Dynamite. I didn't mean to cuss. That was a great episode of Dynamite. Quake by the Lake, a TV special, but Dynamite is really what it was. And we're going to get some solid stuff on Rampage as well. But I will not be covering that because I don't... Unless it's a TV special, I don't cover the weekly shows. And obviously I cover pay-per-views. But if it's a TV special, I'll cover it. And it looks like we're going to get another Battle of the Belts 4 in October. So I'll find out when that was and when that is. And you guys will hear my review of it. But again, guys, thank y'all. Love y'all. Goodbye.